What's up, my Finan Left? It's Miss Finan D coming to you all from VN Entertainment News.
What the hell is going on between you and Kenya?
Huh?
What's happening?
Yeah. Lord, Frank, I'm in church now. I forgot to tell you I'm going to church now. I'm trying to talk all positive things.
Y'all doing the same thing. Like y'all both got beauty products and stuff. What happened?
I've changed. So I don't know what other people have done, but I've changed. I have my nephews now. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Watch the show and see.
So I heard y'all had I heard you threw her out of one of your events.
You heard that?
Yes.
What?
I heard Kenya came to your wig line thing, and you were like, "And what are you doing here?" And had her put out.
No way. You did not hear that.
That's what I heard. What was the real story?
We heard it.
You heard that?
I heard it too.
9 times out of 10, if that did happen, that probably would be what happened. I would probably throw her out. But no. But you guys have to tune in. When I tell y'all, it's so much going on.
Marlo is already out there. What happened?
It's not. Well, okay, Frank, get me in trouble, okay?
Well, Marlo, tell us.
Are y'all hiring? Can I get an application?
I got you. Come on now.
Listen, you guys, you have to tune in. It's so good. What you hear in the streets, a lot of it isn't true, but a lot be true. So just take bits and pieces.
We got the video.
Where's the video?
It's in the, somebody that was in the back of the room was taping the whole thing.
You know they be editing, Frank.
Not on those
You know they be editing.
In your mouth.
So you're saying we don't got the full story?
I'm saying y'all don't got the full story, but I'm saying you
if she would have come, would you throw her out?
If she didn't know how to act, yeah. If she would have
came. If she was promoting her hair company.
No, I feel that. No. Really, seriously, really. Really, seriously. No, I haven't. Look at this. Look at my nice bouton.
Okay, she's showing us her butt right now.
Yeah, I'm never jealous of fake butts. Never. Fake butts.
Marlo!
Fake botched up.
What you say? You're not jealous of what?
Fake botched up butts. Never. No, but you guys, seriously, this is a season you're not going to miss. It's crazy, Frank.
Hey, come on closer to the mic, because you keep.
This is a season you definitely don't want to miss. I'm telling you, it is popcorn. Have your drink ready, your popcorn ready. You're not going to want to miss this.
You was talking about fake butts. I need a drink now.
Oh,
So that interview happened in July of 2019. Yes, July of this year. So a few months ago. So as you listened to Marlo pretend like, she's changed and she's not messy and she's focusing on her business and she's the topic of discussion and, she don't really pay attention to stuff like that. And I'm about to read Marlo's response. So as you listen to what I'm about to say, just remember, just July, she too was asked in an interview by Kenya Moore that lasted over 2 minutes as they discussed Kenya Moore. And then she went as far as calling her body botch and talking about her butt. Okay, body shaming Kenya Moore, even though Kenya Moore just had a child and look better than most, even after a child. But before I get into Marlo's response, let's get into what Kenya Moore said a day or so ago at her event about Marlo. Well, Us Weekly caught up with her at the event, and they asked her some questions. The title is Kenya Moore calls for new cast members on The Real Housewives of Atlanta after declaring she's bored of Marlo Hampton. Now, you already know this is going to make its round later on. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the article continuing, Kenya Moore is ready for new faces in Atlanta. The Bravo star who returns to The Real Housewives of Atlanta in the upcoming 12th season threw shade at Marlo Hampton during an exclusive interview with Us Weekly. All right. And Kenya basically told the magazine at her Baby Quits Let's Make More Babies fundraiser gala on Monday. I think we need housewives or friends of the show that brings something new, and we've seen her for 8 or 9 seasons. I'm kind of just over it. Come through with the honesty, okay? She ain't cussed that girl mama. She ain't drag her under the bus. Saying you're bored with someone and you need and you want new housewives or friends of the show does not compare to talking about someone's mother, talking about someone not being pregnant for real, talking about someone marriage not being real and all of those below the belt things. She just said she's bored. But you know what, Marlo? Go ahead and give us some content because I'm looking forward to her response. Well, there you go, okay? Kenya basically said Marlo is boring and it would be nice to have new ladies on the show. Marlo is talking about her body, like going as far as trying to body shame this beautiful woman, when all she said was, I'm bored. That's when you know who's the insecure one. When someone start going for someone's looks and their body and their, personal things going on in their life, that's when you know that person is really hateful and bothered. You guys know I was being sarcastic and joking when I said Marlo probably won't respond, right? She's probably not going to respond. With Marlo, the only time her name make the press is either when Kenya Moore gave her some attention, like she did at Marlo hair event in this interview, or when Marlo comes for Kenya. Apart from that, no one cares. Ugh, really? Marlo not jump at the opportunity of responding to Kenya Moore so she can get press? Child bye. Of course she was going to respond. But anyways, she hopped on her Instagram page and the first message she wrote was, it's so sad. No matter how happy a person portrays to be on social media, they are, okay? Usually sad and feeling not worthy of true love. Child bye. You glow different when you are not hating, hurting, bitter, or messy. Okay? Then she went ahead and basically, since I'm always the topic of conversation, she posted this video right here, basically revealing that her wig line is in a hair magazine. So let's go ahead and give Marlo some press and play the video.
Sophisticated black hair. There I go. So I have to give my customers a wig option for all 7 days in the week, no matter what's the itinerary. Ty, I thought you said it was another.
Yeah, it's a 2-page spread.
Two pages. There I go. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so excited today. Can't get any better. Sophisticated black hair on stands today. Check out your girl. Her hair, 7 wigs, 7 days of the week. I'm at CVS now. Go to CVS and get you some. I'm sure they're everywhere.
Cover.
But look at the cover. Beautiful, beautiful Tika Sumter. She's on the cover. Go get yours now, okay, you guys? And order your wig now. Her hair. Love you guys.
For making her, kudos to Marlo for making her first magazine. I'm not going to put her down. I'm just saying kudos to her for making her first magazine as far as her business. Because we can't even compare that to all of the covers that this legend right here been on. She's a part of history, and she just killed another magazine cover that I just talked about in the last video. But congratulations to Marlo. Here goes your free promo. This is the video that I normally play when I talk about Marlo, just being nasty towards Kenya.
Bravo, Steven, everybody. Please, just so that y'all won't be negating this girl this money and thinking that she's pregnant, have her come up there and pee on the EPT. She need to pee on the stick. You need to have her go in the bathroom. She need to make sure she don't have nothing on. She need to just be naked. Kenya's so sick, she might have it in her ears. Have her just naked, gloves on, just like she's taking a drug test, and pee on the stick before she been to con somebody about being pregnant. Lord, and if she plan on that, I'd be so mad.
No.
Listen, I don't owe her an apology. I still don't think she's pregnant until I see that she's pregnant. If she is pregnant, I wish her nothing but the best. She may be pregnant. She may be pregnant. But listen, that could be a fake stomach. They got fake blow up stomachs, everything. She a fake man, so I wouldn't be surprised. No, but I mean, if she is, I wish her nothing but the best. We're gonna see that along. Let's wait and see if we see a little baby come. Baby come, I wish her nothing but the best. Until then, I don't like her.
Well, there you go. And that's the reason why I had to pull the 2019 interview so that you guys, for those of you who missed it, can see that, okay, yeah, because Vina, you've been repeating that Instagram live, but Marlo coming for Kenya pregnancy for a while. But just so you guys know, if you missed it, no, just in 2019, Marlo was, attempting to body shame Kenya. I say attempting because those things don't bother Kenya. I mean, they've said the worst about her, and we can all tell that she's drop dead gorgeous, and so we're not tripping about that. But that's why I had to pull the 2019 interview to let you guys know that people in the comments like, you know what, maybe Marlo have changed because, I haven't seen her, basically say anything about Kenya that's really out there. Well, yeah. And she be on Twitter too, and she's still going, but we're not going to get into that now. Jen, I was looking to see if a certain person was going to respond because that certain person name is all over the blogs, and people are using her as a comparison. So even though this situation have nothing to do with her, because her name was brought up a lot, let's bring her into the conversation. Nene leaks. I was like, okay, good job for not being a hypocrite. Maybe you sent her a message behind the scenes, via text, or you called her and y'all had kiki. But Marlo, while you're kikiing with Nene, don't forget that when you befriended Kenya Moore because you wanted to keep your friend role on the show, Nene went around saying that she didn't want you on the show. She didn't want Portia on the show because Portia and Phaedra Parks, the Phaedra Parks that she went around, campaigning to bring back, she also went and watch What Happens Live and said Portia and Phaedra Parks were declassing the show. And she wanted them gone. She also said that Cynthia Bailey, she doesn't know why Cynthia is on the show because Cynthia is boring. Exactly what Kenya Moore said about you. Nene said Cynthia was boring and she needed to go. And then she recently said that Cynthia is so desperate to stay on the show that she's even now faking her relationship with Mike Hill, and that she's getting engaged and getting married just to keep, her peach. And that something is very off with Cynthia and Mike Hill relationship. It was just the last reunion that Nene said all of those things. But now you see she and Cynthia smiling in pictures. So kudos to Cynthia for, resolving her issues with Nene. Whatever that happens after here, don't want to hear it. Don't care. Good job, Cynthia. I don't know. Maybe Cynthia really did something and is going to be revealed on the show. And, because she's going to be seen in a different light, she's like, well, let me just go ahead and smile over here and try to smooth things over, just to make myself look good. We shall see. Cynthia is still my girl. I have nothing bad to say about Cynthia. I'm just saying when people show you who they are, believe them. So if Cynthia still thinks that being around Nene Leakes is a great idea, kudos to Cynthia Bailey. So Nene have said a lot. She also said she doesn't want Kenya back on the show. She's dragged almost everybody and said she doesn't want them on the show at one point. So Kenya didn't say anything out of the norm. I'm going to read the comments, but let's go ahead and talk about Phaedra Parks. I mean, it was very simple, and I love how smart and witty as Kenya is. The reporter asks, what do you think about Phaedra Parks possibly returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta? And Kenya used the same word that the reporter used and said simply, I don't think about Phaedra Parks. Within seconds, next, case closed. She didn't do that long interview. She didn't drag her. She didn't bring up nobody else. What do you think? I don't think. Next. It was that fast and that quick. So people online going crazy. Oh, I'm sure Phaedra ain't thinking about you either. And all of this stuff. And I'm like, that's the whole point. She knows Phaedra doesn't care for her. And she's just returning the favor. Big whoop. Get over it. Why people behave like it's like other people can go do interviews and drag people. Interviews and drag people, and it's yes, read her. Kenya Moore goes and do an interview and it's like war, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, they need to be clapping for Kenya Moore. Bravo. Everyone needs to be clapping for Kenya Moore because guess what she's doing? She's doing all of this within days of the premiere of the show, meaning she is drawing attention to the show, the drama that's going to happen. Thank you, ratings queen. Thank you. She knows exactly what she's doing. It's all marketing. At least Kenya was doing an interview and she was asked. And she answered the questions truthfully. And that's that. Now, I just read the comments that peeps. Somebody with some sense. They asked her about Phaedra. I think she gives a simple answer. Phaedra did an entire interview and spread with Daily Mail. When they brought up Candy, she spent almost a minute or 2 minutes talking about Candy, dragging the show, and how producers, fake things on the show for entertainment purposes. And she kept blaming producers for telling her the lie that she told on the show. She refused to apologize to Candy. She said she has so much to say. And these same people attacking Kenya were like, well, she was doing an interview. They asked her a question. So now they asked Kenya, what do you think about Phaedra possibly returning to the show? Kenya said, I don't think about her. Kenya said what she said so your haters can keep it moving. I agree. We are tired of my and her ooh. What did you want her to say? I miss Phaedra? Child, sis stated facts. Exactly. This person, Nene, just recently stopped speaking about Kenya in the press. But all last season, she talked about her even when she wasn't asked. At least with Kenya, she is speaking about this upcoming season and not just randomly going on. Thank you. She's promoting the show. On shows goes all over interviews saying whatever that comes out of their wigs to say about Kenya, and they don't make such a post. But Kenya states how she feels, then people get in their feelings and want to throw shade. Exactly. Thank you. Did Kenya say Phaedra thinks about her? No. She simply answered a question. I mean, she didn't lie. Marlo has been on Housewives forever and it's always the same. We do need new friends to interact with the core five. Shimari left too soon. I see nothing wrong with what she said about Phaedra. I'm sure the feelings are mutual. Thank you. After Marlo said that Kenya's mother didn't even want her when she herself grew up in foster care as an insult, I wouldn't like her either. I think the feeling is mutual when it comes to Phaedra. This is why this show needs Kenya more. She's not afraid of none of them, and she's not going to keep it cute either. LOL. Exactly. I want to go ahead and end it here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.